Good evening. My name is Rudi, and tonight we're gonna discuss the Golden Goose version 2. Now, we all know the old Golden Goose, the one we usually had the daily signals and the weekly signals. We decided to make away with that and start afresh with the new Golden Goose, which we're calling the Golden Goose version 2. Now, once we open the Golden Goose version 2, it's going to look more or less similar to what it looked before. Um, So you can still make your decisions in basically buying a share in a bullish or a bearish trend, depending on which direction obviously it's going. So you've still got your green, your amber, and your red when you enter your color in your current trend. So the basics that you're going to basically look for on the Golden Goose would be all your green signals this time. So previously you'd be looking for more or less almost your amber signals because it's basically approaching a bullish trend. But now we decided to change it up a bit and make the amber sideways. So your red and your green is still up and down, where with the amber it's trading sideways. So the registration for the Golden Goose would still be the same, where you would go to the website to www.sharetrackin.com and then go to what we offer and then products catalog, and then you'd go and register for the Golden Goose. So it's still the same registration process to get the Golden Goose version 2 if you don't have it. So if we go on the Golden Goose and we want to select a current trend, we would enter the word green. Again, we'll give you all your green signals. Now, you will see that there's a bit of a difference between approaching bullish and bullish. All right. So approaching bullish means that it's still approaching a certain level, okay, or it's already past the level. So, for instance, if we take Xaro, it says that it's approaching a bullish. So which the last price is currently on 184 rand and 72 cents, and then the resistance level where it's supposed to break through is 189 rand and 35 cents, where the support level is currently sitting on 165 rand, and then the potential upside is on 214 rand and 95 cents. Okay, so how will that basically go over to your charting? So if we go over to our charts and we take Xaro, okay, so let's delete all the indicators. So if you want to plot that on your main chart, okay, so you've got your main chart open in front of you, then you would use a horizontal line to plot your lines, okay. So firstly, it tells us that our resistance level, basically where it needs to break through, is 198.35. So then you can go and choose a color. So you first select your horizontal, you choose a color. So let's say our resistance level would be green. Okay. So then you can go to that price, so 198.35. So then we would say that 198.35 would more or less be there. All right, so that point over there would be your resistance level. Okay, then the next one would be your support level. So your support level, we can take another candle or another color, sorry, and we can go plot that one. So then our support level would be on 165 rand. So then we can go down 160. There's 165. So 165 is the support level. So we can obviously see that that would be like the bouncing point. Okay, so it'll go up, bounce on it, go up, go down, bounce on it, go back up. Okay, so that's the level that the share basically needs to break through before we can make a decision on buying the share. Then what we would like to reach, so first I'm going to select a new color, so let's make it red. So we want to reach a potential upside of 214 rand and 95 cents. So 214 rand. So if I move my charts down a little bit more, so 214 rand and 95 cents would be more or less over there. Okay, so that's basically the potential upside that the share can reach. So that's for a share that's basically approaching the level. All right. So if it approaches the level and it breaks through that level, it's got a potential upside to go all the way up to that red line that we've drawn in. So that's if you're trading upwards. But if you're trading downwards, if you're placing a CFD trade and you say, okay, listen, I want to go short, then you won't look at the green, then you would go red. So then your potential downside would be basically at the bottom. So it means that if the share has to break through, let's say this level down here, okay, and it breaks that level, then your potential downside, let's take another color again, let's make it orange. So downside is 134. So 134 would be way down there. Okay, so that's the potential downside that the share is basically going to reach. So you will have 4 different lines on your chart. Okay, so obviously you'll still use your indicators like, for instance, RSI and stochastic with your moving average lines and stuff like that. But you can go and plot the lines on the chart. Where it's already plotted is if you click on, let's say, for instance, Xaro, it will already have the lines for you. So your buy entry price would be the light green at the top. So that would be your buy entry price, okay, of 189.35. And then your sell price, if you want to go short, would be sitting on 165 for Xaro. Okay. But obviously what we did is we plotted the extra lines. So it will have these two already plotted for you. All right. But these two you can go and plot on your own charts by just using the horizontal line. So all you do is take your horizontal and go see where the levels are and give it each a different color. Okay. And try to stick with the same color so don't get confused between colors that so for instance you would use green, orange, black and red on a chart, but you won't go on the next one and go pink, purple, orange and black. All right, so try to keep it the same color scheme throughout each and every chart so you know which line is which when you plot it on your chart. So you can see exactly where is your buy entry price, where's your sellout price, where's your target that you would like to reach in an upside potential, or where's your target that you would like to reach in a downside potential. So this is a little bit more accurate, I would say, than what the Golden Goose version 1 was. So the version 1 was on daily and weekly signals, where with this, it's already plotted for you and you can decide on what term you obviously want to trade the share. Now, bullish shares basically, sorry, before we get to the bullish, approaching levels means that it's on its way to that price. Okay, so you'll see that the last price, in this case, 184.72, where it needs to go to 189.35. Okay, if you look at the bullish, it's a bit different. So it would have already passed that level. Okay, so it already passed this level over here. So if it's past that level, then it's going to be obviously greater than the resistance level. So the latest price currently on South 32 is 35 Rand 56 cents, where the resistance level was on 35 Rand. So it's already breached that level in an upside potential. Okay, so it's got some upside potential and it might reach, in this case, 44 Rand 80. Okay, that would be your sellout price. Okay, so or you can keep onto the share. So that would be basically what you want to reach before selling the share. So that might be the peak of the share. Okay, so if it reaches the peak, you can decide, okay, listen, do I still want to hold onto the share by doing analysis, obviously. So don't just sell the share because it reached the 44.80. Sometimes the share can even go further than the 44.80. Okay. If you're going for a red share, so if I refresh, or sorry, not refresh, reset. If I reset and then I type in red, then I'm basically looking the other way around. Then I'm looking for short opportunities instead of long opportunities. So then I can go and trade downwards as well. So if I go red, then I can see approaching bearish. All right, so bearish means that it's already past that point. So it's already fallen past the resistance, or basically sorry, in this case it would be the support, okay, not the resistance. So green would be on your resistance, but red would be on your support. So you just swap the two around. So it's already past that. You can see that the current price that's on Anglo is 235.83, but it had to break through 265.85. All right, so the potential downside is what I'm going to look at then. So it might reach 209 rand and 75 cents. Okay, so then I'm trading down instead of up. Okay, if it's approaching the bearish, it means that it's basically approaching your support level. Okay, so you can see that this price is still greater than your support level price. So you want your last price to be smaller than your support level. Okay, so when it's green, you're basically going to work with a last price that's greater than the resistance. But if you're working with red, then basically what you can do is you're going to you would want this price, last price, to be smaller than your support level. Okay, but then you won't be looking at the upside, you would be looking at the downside on red. On the green, you would be looking at the upside. Okay, so once again, you can go and plot your 4 lines on the chart to basically make it easier for you to see, okay, that's where it needs to break through. If it breaks through, it's got the potential to go up there. If you're looking at the reds, then you want it to break through this price over here and fall to the bottom price. Okay, so that's your upside trend, to basically make money upwards, and to that, what that way would be to make money downwards. Okay, so the Golden Goose version 2 is much easier to use. But if you don't want to go and plot a line on each and every one of them, all you need to do is click on the charts, and will already give you your buy entry and your sell entry price. Okay. If there's any questions around it, we've still got a lot of time. So if there's any questions on the Golden Goose version 2, you're more than welcome to, on the GoToWebinar page on your right hand side, there is an ask a question function that you can use to or in your toolbar basically to ask a question. So if you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. Then I'll try my best to answer them. Okay, so the first one, okay, so you don't only use this for CFDs, you can use it for long term as well. You don't need to only use the Golden Goose version 2 for CFDs. Remember, the Golden Goose version 1 was based on weekly and daily signals, where your weekly was more long term and then your daily was more short term. So I would say that you can still use it for long and short term. All right, so depending on what your upside potential is and what your downside potential is. So sometimes it might take longer for it to either reach the upside or the downside. So I would say don't look at, so if the spread is, let's say, too far apart from each other, then you'd use it as an equity. If it's really close to each other, then you would use it as a CFD tool, okay, or a CFD share. So I would say you can use it for both. You don't only need to use it for CFDs. You can use it in, if you're using it for equities, obviously you're only going to look at your greens. You're only going to look at your upside potential when they're already in a bearish, or if they're already or while they're approaching the levels. So then you can use it as an equity tool. But if you want to use it as a CFD tool, you can use both. Okay, so CFDs both, equities only green. Okay. So if there's any questions, you guys are more than welcome to ask questions. Or if everyone understands it, then you're more than welcome to also send a message in the questions block and say that you've got it, you understand it, and then basically then we can go on to the next webinar next week, where we'll explain a little bit more on other things. But Thursday, I'm also going to have a webinar. So Thursday's webinar will have the normal routine, but we're going to try and also do 2 webinars a week now, instead of just the normal one that we've been doing for the last 3 weeks. Okay, all right, no problem. So, seeing that most of you got it, I would say go practice with it. The new tool is really nice to use. I've used it myself for the last few days, and I must say it works really well. So once again, if you want to go register, for these that don't have it, go to our website www.sharetrackin.com. Go to what we offer, products catalog, and then go and register for it. It's 99 Rand per month, but for 12 months, but I would say it's worth it because it really works. I've tried it with my SMS notifications as well. I've sent out a few of these on the SMS notifications, and they're really good shares. So I would say good luck. Then I'll see you guys Thursday.